already late for work. It's my first day running the Rome office.
How will you get there?
I'm Roman now. I take the bus.
Ils sont divorcés, tes parents?
Ma mère est partie avec le meilleur pote de mon père.
Kanpai.
Our favourite American, Emily, is back. Not so much in Paris, now she's in Rome. A French romantic miniseries from a Call My Agent cast member, a new season of the Emmy Award-winning show Fallout, and a South Korean period crime drama. That's all coming up in this month's TV series show with Dheepthika Laurent. Hi, Deepthi.
Hi, Olivia.
Well, let's start with Emily in Paris, back on our screens for a 5th season.
That's right, Emily in Paris, rather Emily in Rome this season, because indeed this season will follow Emily as she embarks on new adventures in Italy. She's tasked with heading Agence Gratto's outpost in Rome. There'll be romantic entanglements, of course, with her hunky Italian boyfriend Marcello, and the return of her ex Gabriel, played by Luc Bravo. Paris is not completely abandoned in this series. In this season there are also storylines with some of the supporting cast members like Mindy, Luc Bravo's Gabriel, and Antoine. The creator of Emily in Paris, Darren Star, has said it's really this season is a tale of two cities.
Okay, well, I hope Parisians don't feel too betrayed. Let's take a look at season 5 of Emily in Paris on Netflix this month.
I don't think my ideas are translating, but Rome wasn't built in a day.
And yet, it only took you one day to destroy it.
Rome is so new and exciting, but I have built a life for myself in Paris. Everything is just going on without me.
You know the saying, you can't go home again? Well, you can. It's leaving that's the hard part.
I know I'm excited for the future. I think you should be too.
I'm not done with Rome.
I need my Emily in Paris.
Yeah, what happened is that Rome was suddenly more relaxed, more colorful. There was openness about the character in Rome that we translated with, more relaxed and colorful clothes. As soon as we came back to Paris, it was like back to corseting the character.
It's also just incredibly crazy to be walking around looking at these ancient artifacts. I'm like so blessed to be able to walk in and among them and film them. And Venice I'd never been to before, so it was a magical experience for all of us. The canals, it's mind-bogglingly beautiful, and everyone embraced us there. It was truly stunning, but there's nothing quite like Paris.
There's nowhere like Paris, indeed. Now, of course, Emily in Paris has always been as much about the fashion. We were talking about this, Olivia. It's also been very much a comfort watch, background noise for some, if you're a bit snooty about the show. It's not really a show where you're there to be intellectually stimulated. It's just really enjoyable viewing. And kudos to Lily Collins, because she leaned into that aspect of the clueless American and she made it her own character. One thing for sure, this series has made stars out of all its cast, including Lily Collins, but of course also Luc Bravo. He's actually in another show on Max right now called Merteuil, or The Seduction in English, which we talked about last month. He's also really become the French darling of Hollywood. And he did play a little quiz on seduction with us. Take a look.
It's going to be very painful because I'm not a big seducer. Calm, true, and avoiding. I would play Love on the Heart by Rihanna. Love on the Brain, sorry. The French, it's part of the culture. Weirdly so English, I think.
Why?
Because it's simpler. French is everything is deep and complex, and we have many words to say one thing. In America, you have like many things that fit in one word.
Okay, not sure that he was fully on board with the seduction game there, but it's true that actor, Luc Bravo, who plays Gabriel in Emily in Paris, is someone we're seeing a lot more of these days. He's in another series this month, a French production from the Arte channel. It's called Les Saisons, or The Seasons.
That's right, and it's a 4-part miniseries by Nicolas Maury, who you'll probably recognize as Hervé from the TV series Le 10% or Call My Agent. So Nicolas Maury, he directed, co-wrote and starred in this series called Les Saisons. It's a tender portrayal of a love triangle between Camille, Alexandre and Martin, who meet by chance on a beach in Les Sables d'Olonne in western France as teenagers one summer, and then the series follows their romantic tribulations over the course of 30 years. Nicolas Maury was on set with France 24's Sonia Patricelli to talk about the series, and he also talked about comparisons to the 1962 film Jules et Jim by François Truffaut. Take a look.
Ils sont divorcés, tes parents?
Ma mère est partie avec le meilleur pote de mon père.
Je sais très bien que t'aurais aimé avoir une mère différente, que je sois différente.
C'est pas toujours dire aux gens qu'on les aime. C'est con, mais c'est humain.
I wanted to get closer to men and male characters because I've always loved filming actresses, because I find that actress women go much further than actors. But now I feel it's necessary to restore the image of men. What I mean by that is that I think we need to breathe new life into male characters. Whereas for me, Jules and Jim is a little more simplistic, I find.
Very interesting. And it does look quite moving, the series. What did you make of it?
Absolutely. Moving is a word, emotional too. Luc Bravo is really great as the adult version of Alexandre, as is Stéphanie Kaya, who plays an adult Camille, and Abraham Wappler as Martin. That trio, there's a lot of chemistry. It's great. It drives the story. This series really struck me because it's very earnest. It's very fragile. The filming is beautiful, beautiful hazy filters. The setting is very romantic. It's gorgeous. And also I love the fact there's a lot of emotion that's conveyed in what's not said, in the non-dialogue, and there's a lot of lingering glances and things, and you can feel that emotion, and I think that's really beautiful. If I was to give you sort of a comparison, it feels like a mix between Netflix's One Day and maybe The Summer I Turned Pretty as well.
Okay, perhaps a perfect watch then for those cosy winter nights. But if romance isn't your thing, we've got something very different. A new season of the futuristic post-nuclear war world of Fallout.
Yeah, not quite romantic, but certainly one for video game fans, because it is a TV adaptation of the post-apocalyptic video game that was first released in 1997. Now, Walton Goggins, who you might recognize from The White Lotus this year, is back as Ghoul, and Ella Purnell is Lucy in the second season of the Emmy award-winning show Fallout. This season will take place in the New Vegas wasteland. The Ghoul and Lucy are looking for her father, Hank. The Ghoul is also on a personal mission to find his wife and daughter, who he believed were placed in a cryosleep centuries ago. And also, Macaulay Culkin joins this new season. Let's take a look at Fallout Season 2.
Gonna bring him to justice. So people know that how they conduct themselves matters. They don't give up hope.
The stuff we fight for, story has it you used to believe in those things too.
I wastelanded for 200 years. I've kept myself alive for one reason: to find my family.
Would you say this is mainly for fans of the video game or for everyone?
Well, I guess it's for everyone, because Walton Goggins himself said famously in the past that he never even played the video games, and he didn't want to because he didn't want it to influence his performance. He cited John Wayne and Clint Eastwood as inspirations for the goal, so more of a Western influence in his character. Unfortunately, the screeners weren't available at the time of taping the show, but we do know that season 1 ended with the revelation that the mega corporation Vault-Tec was responsible for the nuclear war and the apocalypse. Now, this is one of the biggest and most controversial departures from the video game, which has always remained vague about what caused the nuclear war. Another change is this season, the episodes will be released drip by drip, so on a weekly basis, as opposed to series dump as it was in the first season.
I must say I'm seeing more and more dystopian or post-apocalyptic series these days. It's certainly a trend. Well, finally, to an exciting new South Korean drama. This is dropping soon. It features 2 K-drama heavyweights. Tell us more.
Yeah, that's right. Hyun Bin, one of South Korea's most popular actors, most famously known for his K-drama Crash Landing on You. He's back in Made in Korea. It's a story about power, wealth, and corruption It's set in the 1970s. He plays Baek Ki-tae. He's a K-CIA agent, or a Korean CIA agent, who moonlights as a sort of white-collar criminal. Jung Woo-sung plays Jan Gun-young. He's the unflinching public prosecutor who wants to bring him down, and so this series ensues a sort of cat and mouse chase between the two. It tackles political conspiracies, but also conflicting versions of justice along the way. As a sign of good faith, season 2 is already in the works, with a release expected next year.
Sounds like a good dose of tension and intrigue. Thanks very much for the tip, Dheepthi, and thanks for the roundup this week. We'll leave you with a look at Made in Korea, that new K-drama out on Disney Plus later this month. Do check in with us next time here on Arts 24 for more TV, movies, music and culture. There's more news coming up just after this.
Kanpai.
俺はただのビジネスマンだ。